Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Vince, the Disabled Life Coach, and today we're talking about, today I just wanted to kind of give you guys an explanation of what I'm trying to teach on this channel and what I'm trying to do on this channel. And so I think I'm going to be starting I'm going to be starting a series on mindset that can help us as disabled people to kind of get a better mindset, get a better grasp on our lives, and knowing exactly what's possible in life, stuff like that. So so basically, before we get into all that, I would like to explain a little bit of what these links mean on the video. I have another channel, it's called Gebo the Shaman, and there I mostly focus on astrology, spirituality, and things like that. And so so it's a channel that's more geared towards astrology and spirituality and things like that, and Qigong and yoga and all that good stuff. So basically what these links are is, if you see the link right here in the red box, I'm offering 30% off of all astrology readings. You can check that out at vincent.thunderwizard.com. And so that's like my website. So if you wanted an astrology reading, then you could go there. But for this channel, I'm more focused on the Patreon page, which is up there in the orange box. So that says join the Self-Transformation Challenge. So I have a course called the Self-Transformation Challenge. It basically incorporates Kundalini Yoga, Qigong, and meditations, and that's available at patreon.com/GeboTheShaman. And basically that link is there for people who want to purchase Qigong courses and my yoga and Qigong courses and stuff like that. I also have another Qigong course that's coming out very soon, probably by the end of the month. I'm going to hope it's out. I have a few friends who are beta testing it and looking over it and kind of putting in their 2 cents on some revisions and some things that I could do better. So and then let's see here. So again, with that Patreon link, I'm gonna need to redesign that box or that text box right there, because I need to let you guys know that I am also offering life coaching services. I am offering shamanic life coaching and life coaching for the disabled. I mean, we can get as spiritual or as non-spiritual as you'd like to get. That's totally up to you. But if you're looking for some spiritual advice or some advice on it doesn't have to be spiritual advice, but just life in general as a disabled person, because I'm here to try to help you, to empower you as a disabled person to live the life that you want to live. So so check that out. It's patreon.com/GeboTheShaman. I'm also working on another website that's more geared to singular purchases. So let's say if you wanted to just buy one session with me where we talk about your finding the right career for you or whatever it is, then we would you would just buy that one session and we would talk about that for an hour. So another thing that I have going on here is I can't see it because my camera is in the way, but basically it's right here. It's gebotheshaman.gumroad.com, and that's basically all of my my programs and courses and stuff like that. It's basically I have a meditation course on there. I have a Qigong and yoga class, the one that's the same one that's up here. And I have the, what do you call it? My Qigong course that's coming out soon. So, yeah. Alright, guys, so I guess that does it for, like, explaining the links that are on my channel. So now we'll talk about mindset. So, mindset. So, yeah, so one of the key mindsets that has helped me is that, and it's a really hard one because a lot of us disabled people have a pretty bad victim mentality, and I'm not saying that that's not warranted. I fully understand that a victim mentality is pretty common, and I really can understand how you might feel like a victim, or like feel like a lower class or whatever, or marginalized or things like that. I can definitely sympathize with you because I've been there myself. But one of the things that has helped me is realizing that, and so I'm going to be talking about it on a spiritual level. This is just what's helped me. I don't know any other way to put this, or because we have disabled people come from all walks of life, but me, I'm especially into spirituality and stuff like that. So it's hard for me to kind of modify my teachings to kind of cater to the broad spectrum of people who are disabled and looking for help. But what I can say is, even though I'm approaching this from a spiritual perspective, I don't discriminate against you because you don't believe the same things I do. I don't care. I just not that I don't care. It's that I what did it call it? No, it's not that I don't care. It's that I am looking for everybody's empowerment. I want to help everybody empower themselves and everybody to, rise to the next level and do what they want to do with their lives and stuff. So even though I am teaching from a spiritual perspective, just know that, like, even though we might not agree on certain things, or you might have certain other beliefs, just know that this is where I'm coming from, and this is how I can best explain this. There may be some other explanations that resonate with you, but yeah, this is kind of how I explain things. So just because it makes sense to me on this level. All right, guys. So the first mindset we have is basically that if we created, the first mindset that we should have is that we created our reality. We created our reality. We created everything that's in our lives. So if we created it, we can uncreate it. or we can shift it. We can, we can make it different. We can change it. So if we created it, we can change it. That's another mindset. And so, it's basically taking full responsibility for the fact that on some level, whether it's, and I'm not saying that you consciously chose to be disabled, that's not what I'm saying at all, but I'm saying on a spiritual level, your soul decided that that incarnating as a disabled person was going to help you evolve and grow. And it's like an extra challenge, it's like, because playing a video game with God mode on is not fun. There's no challenge in that. There's there's nothing special about that. But so our soul has decided to give us an extra challenge in life and make things extra difficult for us and make things extra, challenging. And our souls decided that that basically we were that like to give us the extra challenge of being disabled. So yeah, it's like a challenge, and but there's so think of it like that, like that you, on some level, it doesn't have to be conscious, it can be unconscious, it can be at the soul level, the spiritual level, you decided to give yourself the challenge of incarnating as a disabled person. And this is what I believe, and this has helped me, because I could blame it on my parents, I could blame it on my family, I could blame it on society, I could blame it on anything, but at the end of the day, it's my problem. It might not be my fault, or my it might not be me that it might not be my fault, but it is my problem in a way. So that's another way of saying kind of the similar thing. It might not be your fault, but it is your problem. So, and it is your responsibility. So I choose to believe that I actually chose this, because that gives me an out of my victim mentality. Instead of feeling that the world did this to me, or my parents did this to me, I realized that there's some kind of a greater thing going on, and I can't really put it into words. There's some greater purpose to me being born disabled. And so, and I believe that I am living that purpose right now with this channel, because if I wasn't born disabled, I wouldn't be able to help you guys in the way that I am, because it's through my personal experience that I am that I'm evolving, and I'm learning, and I'm sharing things with you guys. So yeah, so what else could I say? So yeah, that's pretty much the first mindset. It's on some level, there's something greater playing out, and your soul gave you the challenge to incarnate as a disabled person. And I know that's a tough pill to swallow, because nobody likes feeling responsible for damaging themselves, Nobody wants to take responsibility for, for the crap that's going on in their life, It's not an easy thing, but if you can see the good in it, like for me, seeing the good in me being disabled, there are a lot of good things that have happened because I'm disabled. Like I don't have to work a regular job. I don't have to work like 40 hours a week. I can pretty much have as much time as I want. And, and that's the other thing. My friend the other day was saying, man, that he was like saying that I'm lucky because I have all this time to do all this research on really cool and interesting things that really interest me and pique my curiosity, and different hobbies and things like that. But yeah, so there is positives that come out of it. And so, because otherwise what would the expectation be that I, most able-bodied adults have to work, 40-hour work weeks, go in from 8 to 5, do their job, blah blah blah. It's not fun. But with this, I can do pretty much whatever I want. I have all the time in the world, pretty much. So it's really nice. So looking at things from a different perspective, and seeing what are the advantages of my disability, what are the things that I get out of being disabled. What are the things that help me with this? So, because there are good things that come out of it, and another good thing is me being able to help other disabled people, because if I wasn't disabled, then I wouldn't have the life experience to help those who are disabled. So yeah, so let me just check on time here, guys. Give me a second, and we are good. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Once again, like the most important link here is the one on the very top on the left. It's my Patreon site. So right now, if you want to book a life coaching consultation with me, I have packages that are basically we can meet once a month, twice a month, or 4 times a month. And my prices are usually $100 an hour. If you really honestly want to work with me but can't afford it, I'm looking at possibly doing an application process where you can tell me what's going on with you and your financial situation, and we can work something out. It's not going to be free by any means, but we can do discounted rates and whatever. So alright, guys, so I guess that does it for me, and we will talk to you later. Peace. Have a good one.